M. Night Shyamalan kind of hits the bed as a storyteller.
Ah!
I just saw Glass, the follow-up to one of my favorite movies of all time, M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable. And holy smokes, this movie sucks. It felt like I was watching the CW and not an M. Night Shyamalan banger like this movie should have been. The problem with M. Night's Glass is that he feels like we've never seen a superhero movie in the 19 years since Unbreakable. But now when Spider-Man has a Golden Globe, Aquaman has all the money in the world, and the internet is thirsty for Venom, we're kind of familiar with the superhero genre, and yet M. Night insists on lecturing us and explaining us throughout the entire movie what superheroes are all about. We overhear things like origin stories and limited edition and
the bad guys.
M. Night Shyamalan goes in a way that's very antithetical to his thesis in Unbreakable. And it's actually really, really disappointing. It's not that our superheroes real. His thesis was, can we create superheroes? Because that's who Elijah Price was. Elijah Price was this mad fanboy who so believed in the genre that he grew up on that he wanted to create them for real. And in Glass, a far less interesting take on the thesis that M. Night Shyamalan originally had. It's just not an interesting movie. This movie treats superheroes like it's the real deal, when in Unbreakable, it was fascinating because the movie was playing to the tropes of superhero movies, but David Dunn wasn't a superhero. And in this movie, you're basically watching an episode of Arrow. Beyond being M. Night's very expensive Vimeo spec to audition for a Marvel job, I really don't know what to make of this movie. It doesn't have the intrigue or the mystique of Unbreakable, nor does it have the genre reinvention of both Unbreakable and as well as Split. It's a straightforward superhero movie, and we have that all the time, and yet M. Night wanted to prove that he could do superheroes in a different way, and yet throughout Glass, he plays throughout all of the conventions like we expect him to, and not once does he ever surprise us, not once does he ever intrigue us with questions. It's just everything is telegraphed and communicated to us in the most obvious ways, like it's a Golden Age superhero comic, which I feel like is an unintentional homage than it is being clever.
This is the real world, not a cartoon.
We live in the time of superhero domination, and we live in a time when superheroes are willing to reinvent themselves. Logan was a complete reinvention of what an X-Men movie was supposed to be. Spider-Verse is I don't even know what to say Spider-Verse is. It's mind-blowing. And yet Glass is the most rudimentary superhero movie we've seen in a very long time. I guess that's the greatest twist in this movie. It's the most basic superhero movie we could have gotten. But the ending of Glass does need a little bit of an explanation, just because M. Night Shyamalan doesn't actually communicate the goals of his characters well in this movie. Elijah Price, also known as Mr. Glass, played by Samuel L. Jackson, he is basically Loki in this movie. His ultimate goal is to communicate to the world that superheroes exist, much in the same way that Loki in 2012's The Avengers wanted to overtake the tallest building in New York, the most obnoxious tallest building in New York, and basically proclaim his existence. So too does Mr. Glass. He wants to scale the biggest tower in Philadelphia, the new Osaka Tower, which feels like a weird callback to Die Hard with Bruce Willis, and he wants to have those guys fight in front of the world. M. Night Shyamalan doesn't have the budget to get there, but that's the goal that Elijah Price was trying to do the entire time. It's a very weird ambition, especially since Unbreakable was all about grounding superheroes in a real-world setting, and this just feels like an escalation of the genre to the point where it just feels like a traditional superhero movie than it is a subversion of the superhero movie. The ending is just one of many things that attribute to the downfall of Glass. I want to make it clear here, I loved Unbreakable and I loved Split, and I will defend M. Night Shyamalan as a director, but Glass, oh boy, it's not pretty, folks. It ain't pretty. Glass is actually kind of a good movie if it came out in 2003.